so I can start. Whatever happens, call me out on it. Got my hair dyed, homies. Right, let's go green in this tint. My eye's natural color is actually blue. It's kind of cool how the blue is the opposite of red. Cool. Alright, so I don't know if this is true. I'm gonna take this with a massive grain of salt. My coworker told me that he's 5 months. Man, come on. Alright, so I got a little bit upset that I couldn't get past this little point right here, which we can't, so we're gonna back out this swamp. I'm gonna take it with a heavy grain of salt, but I've heard, my coworker told me he's gotten through, like, the river across River Island. Would you see that on the... I doubt it. Heavily doubt it. But if it's true, I guess we're gonna find... Oh, crap. It's starting to become less scary to me now, which I like. With this T-Rex, I can go anywhere I want. I can kill probably most of the things in this game with this Rex on my boat. I'm not gonna be cocky and say I can kill everything, because I bet you there are stuff I lose against. Like, let's say probably like a level 100 Alpha Rex. I'd probably get destroyed by that. So I have actually, when I was working last night, I thought about this something called a river block. Now imagine it. Actually, you know what? I have a whiteboard behind me. I'm going to show you what my concept of a river block really looks like. Right? You can see my whiteboard in the back. Now let's say you have a river, and it's going to go through a choke point, like right here, like right there. Actually, there's no choke point that's that extreme in the game, I don't think. So let's say you're going, and all of a sudden you get a choke point like this. You know, here's your choke point. Now, a river block would look like this. A platform like this with maybe like a few buildings right here. And you would get, you'd get your raft, right? So let's say you have raft A, right? Now, raft A, you popcorn. If you know what popcorning is, you throw all your stuff and you empty it. You got raft A right here. Actually, I should see if I can make that a better color. Raft A is represented in blue. Right? You got your blue. And now you stop here. You popcorn all your loot. And you unload it, and you park your blue boat, and that stays parked, and you get on your red boat, and loot all your stuff, and you leave the river block site. Now, I estimate there could be anywhere from 5 to 10 river block sites required to be constructed. Unfortunately, I doubt that I'll be able to even get into the river, the interior rivers from the ocean. But at least I can go so far. I might find the furthest route and try to transport off there. Ow. I doubt I'll be doing much today. Anyway, it might be slow. I am thinking of actually putting my smelting plant on top of that giant mound and then starting to build the regional command. And I'm also not only thinking of targeting the volcano, I want to target the mountains east and south of it. I wouldn't doubt that metal would get our base at least halfway done, if not completely done. That was... Hey! If you're a Sarcosuchus and you're chasing me, I will end you. Yeah, that's right, thinking crap on it. There's the red pillar. That's like I think it's the first pillar I've ever visited. I can't take these gloves. Well, that's weird, apparently. That is the weirdest glitch. When you go in the first person, I guess you just disappear. And when you go to look at yourself, you're just... And I doubt we can get in this way, but hey. I think my customer here. I know what's about to happen. Is this just like a little island? It is. I know it sounds weird. I might actually make a regional command here as well. Snail. No! Oh, never mind. He didn't kill Snail. Raptor! Snail! This could be like a regional command. It would be a really great area to store resources for export. I mean, look at the river's just right there. Oh, here comes the annoying part of my job. Yeah, that's not passable right there.
It's nice to know Amber.
Welcome to the 741 channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to take a look at this GQ Electronics while GMC 300 Geiger counter. So first up, we'll take this out of the box.
I have that Geiger counter.
We'll
This is
turn it on
300.
and try it out and test it. The reason I got this Geiger counter in the first place is because my wife is about to undergo radioactive iodine treatment for thyroid cancer. So her doctors recommended that we get a unit like this to be able to kind of check things around the house while my wife is undergoing the treatment, and then afterwards as well. We'll be able to check items and make sure that there's no residual radioactivity on them so that myself and my 9-year-old son don't get unnecessarily
That's considerate of a
exposed
father.
to any kind of radioactivity. Anyway, let's get this out of the
Making
box.
sure there's no radioactive stuff on
So
it.
in the box, there was, of
Yes.
course, the Geiger counter. There was a nuclear safety card, operating instructions, and
Charging cord.
cable.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to do is charge this up using a standard
It should come
cell phone
at least half
So the counter
charged.
is about 5 inches across. It's about 2 7/8 inches wide and roughly an inch thick. So to turn the device on, I press and hold this button.
You have to wait for the beep. There it goes.
You can see when it first comes on, it lets me know what the battery level is. We'll go to the boot up screen, and then we're in counting mode. So the first time the unit comes on, you may have to set the date and time, and that step is important in case you want to save the data that this unit is collecting and review it later, and have an accurate timestamp associated with it. So looking at the unit, this of course is the main display screen. There are 4 soft touch control buttons here. On the back of the unit, you can see there's a battery compartment here. There are a couple of keyhole slots here in case you wanted to hang this thing on a wall. And along the corners here are
Sorry,
some
bro.
ventilation slots that allows the air to flow in the unit, allows it to kind of measure more accurately. So now let's take a look at
Sorry,
some of the
but
control.
I mean, I'm just better than you, you know? That's unfortunate. And add pain to injury. Listen, my dude, you're not gonna be using this as good as I am, so, I mean, I will happily take this. Let's get the pelt, throw that out because it's heavy. I know a lot of the weight I'm carrying right now is because of the, metal. I have a lot of scrap metal apparently in my inventory. I don't know how I'm... what am I talking about? I murder the hell out of tech stuff all the time.
Right now the main display is in counts per minute. If I want to change that, I can push the up arrow.
My favorite is
and change
microsievert.
between the Sievert scale or millirads per hour. So this is what the Sievert
Millirad?
scale measurement looks like on the LCD, and this is what the millirad scale looks like. So now I'm going to change the display over to text mode by pushing the left arrow.
It's
and
millirad,
choosing
not millirad.
text
There's no
mode.
such thing as a
Now the LCD
millirad.
screen
I'm
is
not wrong.
displaying the counts per minute.
The only thing I don't like about radiation, like, in terms of, like, measurements, there are so many. You got CPM, microsievert, or you have this CPM, sievert scale, Röntgen scale, gray scale, terabecquerel scale, or becquerel scale. Those sieverts can be subdivided into sieverts, microsieverts, millisieverts, decisieverts if you want to go that way. And other types of measurements.
Scale and the total number of counts of devices received since being powered on. And then up in the top left is the date, and the top right shows the status icons. In text mode, pushing the up arrow changes the information displayed on the bottom line of the
Yeah, that's a block.
like the cycle between elapsed time, average counts per minute over time, the maximum counts per minute, and back to the total count. Pushing the down arrow toggles the date and time display in the top left corner. If I push the left arrow again and go into graphic mode, you can see that the device now displays a graph over time of the counts per minute. In graphic mode, pushing the up arrow allows the zoom of the graph to be changed.
Oh, I never knew that.
As shown by this indicator here. So pushing the up arrow, I can cycle through all of the zoom levels between 0.2 and 2. So right now I've selected zoom level 2, which is sort of the most zoomed out level and shows a flatter line. This would be used if you were getting higher counts per minute to be able to see the data better on the graph. Pushing the down arrow in graphic mode allows the display to be changed from a line graph, which is what we're looking at here, and a bar chart, which I've selected now. So since I've had the unit on for the last couple of hours, I've been noticing counts of background radiation between about a low of 8, which is what we're seeing now.
Too high, like 20.
And I've seen as high as 30. Which,
30.
according to
It's
the
normal.
scale in the included chart,
You'll get that Geiger counter clicking is actually very normal. In fact, what I like to tell people is that yes, you are being subjected to radiation right now. I am too. It's because of all the energy left over after the Big Bang, all that stuff. Everything, literally every single thing is radioactive, but to a different scale, right? You are even radioactive. However, you're not radioactive enough to kill you. However, there's things like, for example, uranium glass is a little bit radioactive. So is uranium glaze glass. Uranium glaze will measure at 15 microsieverts an hour, which is not something you want to do to your entire body. But since since it's only like a small item that can be easily controlled and guarded and even shielded, it's relatively safe so far as you follow your certain procedures. In fact, a mammogram, if you've ever taken a mammogram, that'd be like 26 hours of holding this piece of uranium glass or uranium glaze to yourself. Uranium glaze, I have my own separate specimen of it. It's pretty toasty compared to all my other stuff. It's really radioactive compared to the uranium glass, but it's actually okay because I estimated, let's see, Alexa, what's 50,000 divided by 15?
50,000 divided by 15 is approximately 3,333.3333.
Alright. So, the Nuclear Regulation Commission, I think NRC is what it's called, says that radiation workers should only be allowed 50 millisieverts a year. 50,000 sieverts in 1 year. To achieve that rating, you'd have to hold this thing up to your head or your body for 3,300 hours. 3,300 hours. Alexa, what's 330? Alexa, stop. Alexa, what's 3,333 divided by 24?
3,333 divided by 24 is 138.875.
So 138 days you have to have this glass continuously touching you, right? In order to achieve the dose, which you wouldn't even hold it for more than 15 minutes at any given time, let alone 128 consecutive days. I can't even game a full consecutive day. Remember that. That's a third of a year. Is that a Meg? You want to play, huh? Come on. Yeah, pull out, buddy. I don't care if this is your territory, it's mine. Oh no, oh. Why'd I do that? Anyway, yeah, it sounds high, but I feel like the 3,500 counts per minute mark, it's only because I'm not detecting alpha. I think I've heard it go to 90,000, which it sounds like a lot, but it sounds really dangerous if you realize that alpha can literally be stopped by paper. As long as you're not huffing it, don't hold it over your face. I'm assuming you shouldn't get that sick. Just simple. If you ever touch or ever handle it, just wash your hands for at least 20-30 seconds, and it should go away. In terms of the contamination, I've contamination. It's just really, really tame.
Normal background radiation. So my wife received her radioactive iodine treatment about 2 hours ago or so. She got home a little while ago, and she's isolated herself in the bedroom. So you can see here down in my workshop, I'm in the opposite corner from where my wife is sort of isolated right now. Probably about 50 feet away or so. And you can see that I'm getting about 24 or so CPM. So it's really just background. But let's go over to the other side of the cellar where my wood shop is. That's directly below the bedroom where my wife is holed up right now. So we're directly below.
Oh my god. 280 CPM under.
So it's been about 3 days since my wife's treatment. She's been spending almost all of that time locked in the bedroom on the other side of the house. I've been using the Geiger counter to check the radiation levels, especially on that side of the house, to make sure my son, myself, and our cat are keeping a good distance away from her. As you can see here in my electronics workshop on this side of the house, we're hovering somewhere around 14, 15.
It might be more radioactive in your basement because of the radon.
In the other workshop directly below the bedroom where my wife currently is. So over here in the other workshop directly below
wow, yeah.
where my wife is right now, you can see the
50 CPM, down from, you know, the original 250. Now, actually, it should be noted that the most radioactive items, the more radioactive an item is, you know, the faster it decays. And actually, because it fastly decays, that can be a little bit safer because, as you see, like, let's go. An item will always get less radioactive over time, because the reason why things are radioactive is that everything wants to be stable, right? Like, for example, anything after bismuth is primarily radioactive. For example, uranium is like, oh my god, I'm so big, I don't want to be this way. I want to lose a few, you know, I want to lose like an alpha particle. Here you go, boom! Here you go, I'm out. And it does that, says, I don't want this alpha particle no more. And there we go. Basically, radioactive items are just atoms that just want to lose weight. They just want to get rid of all that extra, you know, bulk subparticles. They just want to, you know, they just want to, I don't know. They just want to become stable. That's literally what radioactive items do.
These are averaging right around 50 to 55 CPM. Please give it a thumb, which is also in the description below. Thanks for watching.
If I ever have radioactive iodine treatment, I will always have a dosimeter on me. That way I can get my dose of how much radiation I've absorbed. I've literally gone to my sister that's a veterinarian, and I said, listen, if you ever get one of these cats, I want to come into your work and I want to scan it personally. If you don't know, if you have like a thyroid problem, one of the treatments is radioactive iodine treatment. And when you take it, I don't know if it really harms you in any way, but you become like stupid radioactive. Like you're literally a walking uranium rod after you do it. Or if you get your cat on it, your cat becomes a walking nuclear power plant. I've seen a cat that has gotten this treatment. The normal background is like 20 counts per minute. This cat got like 40,000. Like way more radioactive than my hottest piece of uranium glass. I have to show you a video of it. Here it is. The video is called Radioactive Cat.
Our cat recently got radioactive iodine therapy, and as you can see, this is a Geiger counter which measures the radiation. Normal safe levels are under 100 counts per minute.
Yeah, Jameson 320 plus. I have one of those, but it's broken.
After radiation therapy, Does it get the meter closer to the cat? So Gray, according to this...
I like how the cat is named Gray because that's a measurement of radiation.
Don't cuddle with your cat after radiation
I
therapy.
think, you can even see it go like a meow but slow motion. That's a sign of it like slowly starting to suffer from radiation. Or that's what happens when you get dosed with so much radiation. You start to become fatigued and your body becomes slower and slower. That's funny. I don't think it's safe for to go near your kitty. I don't know, I just said kitty like that. That's cringe. GQ Electronics 320S. Alright, so my coworker told me he got... Oh my god, stop voice cracking. He got through. He said he had to break some rocks, apparently. But apparently he got through. I doubt it. You know what? If between him and me, he's better at the game than I am. Oh my god, there's so many dodos here. Where's it there? And I'm like, hey, that's how I got my stone.
Is a high
There's two parts of a dodo. There's the cute part that you just like, oh, look at him, and then the part that's like murder, 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 murder.
Ingredients. You can be confident.
Look at all that
Hey guys,
fiesta
I wanted
there.
to show you the
Damn.
item that I picked up recently. What started me down this path was I started watching this channel called Radioactive Drew. I'll put like,
Hey, yeah, that guy's
And
pretty nice.
what kind of interested me was he goes different places and he shows like radiation levels. He finds different things like that. But one of the things he did is he started going to the antique stores. And inside these antique stores,
Orange Fiesta
he
wear.
found items that were radioactive that you'd never dreamed of. Just like everyday looking items.
Yeah.
That you knew what you're looking for.
I have a piece of that. I just said it a second ago. I do have a piece of uranium glass. Not uranium glass. I have a piece of uranium glaze, and I have tons of uranium glass. I stuck on a rock. Oops, my T-Rex's position's a little bit too close to the rudder. Yep, there we go, I fixed it. Anyway. Yeah, it is true. There are radioactive plates.
I picked up one of the cheapest Geiger counters I could find. This one's going by GQ Electronics. That's their GMC320S model.
The plus one is way better, trust me.
I believe it was in December. I want to say it was like 69, 70 bucks, somewhere in there. Now I believe it's on sale for less than that. I want to say it's like 60 bucks now. But I didn't want something really expensive. I think the one he uses is like a $3,000 unit.
Oh yeah, he uses the P, like the rat eye.
You know, for life or death. This is just for giggles and fun. So I picked this up so I could put it in my cell phone pocket, my pant leg, and go inside antique stores and, you know, just see what's around. And so, first off, let me show you the Geiger counter and go through some of the settings. And then let me talk about what's here behind me. So we're sitting on power up, and I'll hold this until that name comes up. Once it comes up, you want to go to the center, it just turns off. You're greeted immediately by the screen here. You have your date, you have your power level, and of course you have your radiation that's going on right now. You can toggle between the types of radiation that you're looking at. Like right now it's set on milliroentgens, which I probably totally butchered that name.
No, he actually said it perfectly. Röntgen. Or Röntgen.
Microsieverts. Yeah, microsieverts.
That's actually the name of one of the people that specialize in radiation, like one of the OG radiation scientists.
What's cool about this is it comes with a little card that will give you a general idea of what each
Yep,
one
he's starting to get a little bit close. I detected radiation from a piece of radium glass as far away as like about 3 to 6 feet.
An idea what's around you. Like right now, according to this card, I should be a little concerned. But I know what I'm dealing with at the moment, so I'm not that worried about it. With this one here, you can also hit this little button over here, and it'll change between large format. Click it twice, goes to text mode. Press it twice more, go to graphic mode. Twice more, back to large font. Over here is also your menu button. You poke it once, it brings you right into your menu where you can scroll down to whatever settings you want. The only one I really didn't mess with was the initial setup where I set the time and the date. When you're done, just hit the back arrow, go back out of it. It comes with a cord for charging, a USB cord.
Yeah, I'm not able to get through any of this.
Mini USB, and I only charge this thing one time. I think it's at 80% right now, and I have used this for probably a total of maybe 4 days straight. And so the battery life on this thing is great. The other thing goes with it, of course, is this little card. Now, getting into what I like to do with this, I like to put it in my pocket, and I just kind of listen to that click. You hear that little clicking going, and as you're walking through a store, you'll hear it pick up whenever you're near something of interest. The very first thing I came across, I believe it was down in Paso Robles, was this little salt shaker.
Yep, they do make salt shakers.
And let's go
Yep,
to,
there it is. It's ripping now.
let's go to the
That's slightly. Oh, never mind.
5.6, 5.5, somewhere in there. That,
Slightly tame
what I
for
understand is kind of like a
5 microsieverts an hour. Really? That piece radiates 5 microsieverts with that thing. That's actually kind of cold. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of them radiate nothing less than like 10 micros. Well, it is a small piece.
I don't. And next one I came across was down in Pismo Beach. Came across this one, and of course these are really branded. They don't show when branded, so I'm guessing there must be like California pottery. Otherwise, they usually say like yes to it. But it is, they put uranium in the glaze, and I guess it was to get the rich color to it. I guess is the reason why. But I came across this one. It was kind of interesting because, yeah,
18 microsieverts. That's hotter than my piece.
Interesting one for, what was it, $6? Yeah, $6. I couldn't pass it up, so I went ahead and picked that up. And then the other day we went over to Fresno, and I came across this.
Fresno.
Teacups, coffee cups.
Fresno's a joke.
And they made the little plate look like it was nothing.
Oh my god, 34 micros.
Drink out of these things. I definitely wouldn't want to drink anything out of them, that's for sure, because that's a pretty spicy cup. But it is in the glaze. It's something that, even handling it, it's not on my fingers. And of course, I go wash my hands after I handle this kind of stuff anyway. But it was kind
That
of
is a good
interesting
practice.
because you go into these antique shops, and I'm sure the shop owners have no idea. The people who are selling the items in their little cubicle areas, I'm sure they have no clue. Many of them have no clue what they have, because you see them display the uranium glass in cases with a black light on it. They know what that is. They keep it behind glass typically. Well, these things, they're just sitting out on shelves.
They are. This guy's not wrong. I have found so much uranium glass, or so much uranium glaze. Only one of the pieces I found were actually cased.
Let's take this really good cup that was doing about 34 earlier. Just gonna wrap
For a
it.
second there, I thought this thing was dead. But I got too
This is how
far.
I keep them stored. Just keep them wrapped up in paper. And you can see it cuts it down like in half.
Are you sure?
So the radiation they give off isn't that much.
Are you sure about that? Because you That's paper, and that Geiger counter doesn't look like it has a pancake probe. Pancake probes can, and that plastic you have on your probe easily blocks alpha rays. So the paper does not work. I will claim that, and I usually have some uncertainty, but trust me, dude, I've actually used aluminum foil, and I tried to shield. I don't know if I didn't use enough. Like, I folded this aluminum foil, like probably at least 5 times, and it still got through. So I went and used that as a precaution. Like, the radiation I got, it just went right through the uranium foil. I don't know if it's gamma, I don't know if it's anything like that, but it just penetrated right through.
And of course, even just being a little bit away from it, like maybe about a foot, just maybe about a foot, foot and a half.
Yeah,
away,
foot is when you kind of can detect
the
it.
level drops significantly. So it's not something that's dangerous unless you're going to be drinking out of it.
Unless you're contacting it 24/7 using it as a pillow. If you have, unless you're actually wearing it, then it's gonna be, then it's pretty safe.
That's about it. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, please mention it down below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. And if you like the channel, please subscribe.
Top 5 Geiger counters. I just love this sound that they make too. It's oddly satisfying when you take a when you take a Geiger counter and you go close to a piece of uranium glaze and you just hear it go 8. It is so clean. It makes my ADHD happy. Does this bring you back? Oh god, I hate doing this. I look on the tags of the uranium glaze plates, and they say absolute nothing about how they're filled with uranium, which I'm not gonna say they're a scam. I don't really want to call them a scam because, you know, when you go to the store and buy something, you're not gonna assume it's radioactive. Like you know, that's like, you know, a lot of people, they think, oh, radiation's only in a nuclear power plant, or X and X and then Y and Y. Like, it can't be this but it is. It is. 1, 2, 3. After that, I need 30 more pieces. 35 pieces, including here. Probably these 40 pieces, or 45 pieces or so. 35 and 12 triangles. Yeah, that's what we're going for. I want to kind of start getting prepared. I don't know how I'm going to get prepared right now. But we need to get prepared. We need to start like, double timing. We need to prepare to do a mass extraction on that mountain. Yeah, I do have a pretty nice amount of space. What I'm going to probably do, I'm going to make like entrances to a workshop. And I'm going to make like crafting stations kind of like into little slots around the back of this wall, so like right here. And I'm going to make vaults lining these walls right here. I'm probably going to cut all this down here and here. Just so I can get these size dinos in here. You're back. I might build the station, how I build my refinery station where my regional command will be, but the problem about that is that it's a little bit far. So if I do that, I might make like little resting stations for my ARK and Tavis. Let's see, like 6 triangle foundations into a hexagon, and put like a fence wall of 3 up. That way, nothing can really hit me. I can sit there and rest, and then I can fly away.
Our best to make you pick the best radiation detector, with brief technical information, pros and cons ratings, and recommendations, along with recommendations for the viewers to know what is the best choice for you. Watch the full video and check the link in the description box for details. Number 5, GQGM C6 100 plus Jiger.
Jiger. Oh god, I can't take it seriously. Okay, guys. Now, I don't want you to tell the United States about this, but I have oil. Hey, what's that knock on my door? Oh, great! It's a fence! Ah! Guys. The United States be like meth heads when they smell or hear the word oil. Or smell oil or they hear the word oil. So we have 30 of those. Almost 30, but... I'm so dumb. You know what? Why would we build a refinery when we could build a boat refinery? Yeah! Yeah! That's a good idea! Look! He's doing this. Hold on, I have to see this. I have to see this. Okay, now look. You see that one river? Go to the mountain on 50 long and 60 left. You see that mountain, how that's almost like an island in the center? I could take my boat and go almost all the way around. And look at that, there's, it doesn't look like that, but there's the mountain on the center of the island, there's the volcano, there's 3 mountains. Plus, I actually think there's like 4 mountains, maybe up to 5, but look at that. We could literally, like 4 mountains, we could circle around, and we, oh my god. Oh, I was about to build the refinery boat out here. Why? And then look at you know how guess what? You know how I was talking about the quote unquote river blocks? Then I could just take the refinery to the river block and just unload there and transfer it to a boat and get it out. Instead of, you know, okay, here's the thing. Get the process. A, get metal. 2, bring it to a refinery boat. 3, bring the refinery boat to the river block. 4, offload, and 5, bring it back. Versus get it, let's go, refine it, oh no, versus, get the metal, take a long trip back, B, refine it, C, then unload all the product down onto, like, a dock, C, load it onto the boat, E, get it to river block, F, unload it, G, and bring it back, H. Like, there's so many more steps involved with my original plan. We're gonna build a refinery station. Hi, how's it going? Oh yes, I do. Oh, why would I switch that view? I just call this Death Valley because I've died so many times here as a noob that now I actually know how to conquer it. Back then I'd have to like fear this area because of an Alpha Raptor spawn. Now I can just go and blaze down it with a T-Rex. Okay, I developed a little bit of a rule of thumb. You see, go in the third person. Now go stand in water. See that? It's only up to my knees. I won't pass. If it's up to like, I don't know, if it's up to like the top of my feet. See that? It's not gonna pass. However, if it goes up to your knees, or like kind of like your mid-lower leg or your knees, then you're going to be able to pass. No, I don't want to do this area. I'm deeply considering grinding for black pearls by killing these trilobates. GMC 320 plus. Oh, I miss this. I remember I turned it on and it wouldn't click. I'm like, that's weird. My guy counter should click.
We charge you a little.
It made this weird rattling sound, and when I turned this thing on, it would not click. And well, that's kind of abnormal. I opened it. I looked at the tube. It was broken. Like there's a little tiny hole in the very end of the cathode tube. I'm like, oh. Dude, that actually made me sad because I couldn't use my Geiger count. It broke. It's not like if it's a dead battery, no. It's lower tube. It's like that's like you having like losing your heart. There's no way you can.
Hello, everybody. Well, this year I bought my Christmas present early. I did so because I wanted what I wanted for my drive back out west. And I really always wanted one of these since I was a kid. Really, and so finally I have one. What did I buy? I bought this.
GMC 320 plus.
GMC 320 plus.
Oh my god, hell of a Geiger counter right there.
Or is
Dude, I remember when I bought that, 70 bucks off Amazon. And my god, like I get $300 or $400 for a Geiger counter, 70 bucks. But damn it, you got what you paid for, man. That is a good Geiger counter. I don't know if they have it available anymore, but oh my god. I'm actually planning on taking quarters today to Walmart and getting an e-gift card from the Coinstar. That way I can get rid of my quarters. And I'm planning on getting a GMC 600 plus, so I'm like full upgrading. Now I'll be able to detect alpha radiation, because alpha is the most harmful to you, and I'd rather have my Geiger counter detect that.
say it?
They'll have a pancake tube on the end of it.
No, nuclear radiation detector. I've always wanted a Geiger counter. Ever since I was young, I was just fascinated by them, by radiation. And the ability to measure and detect radiation was just an intriguing thing for me. So I set out to buy one, and I had some criteria that I needed to meet. First and foremost was price. I needed it to be under $100. So that kind of limited my choices. Secondly, it had to be based on a Geiger-Muller tube. It had to use the tube. That's important for detection of the types of radiation that I'm interested in, sensitivity, and hopefully accuracy, which was another criteria. It needed to be not the lowest level option, mid to lower mid range, something that was going to be somewhat accurate and useful. Third, I wanted it to be able to log data independently so that it could log what it was reading over time. My thoughts being while I'm driving out west, I'm interested in the ambient radiation levels along the route.
Sorry, Trey.
Logging the data as I walk, so I can take notes of my location in my notebook, and have more accurate look at the data later on as far as where I was and all of that. Interfaceability with a computer, back off, and I want more battery.
Oh my goodness. And yup, you're gonna get a hell of a good lifetime with that battery.
It has a small Geiger-Muller base here. Sensitive to counter at the bottom of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you go looking for the buttons under the screen and look under that screen, under those buttons. That's where you want to scan.
Save the data every minute, every 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, that is. Where is it? I don't have a 3. I have a 320 plus. I don't know where it is actually. Let's see if it's in the basement. I can't find my other Geiger, but here's mine. Here's my 320 plus. Oh no, my 300E plus. You want to scan right here, the bottom right here. So you want to put your middle detector plate. Place the middle of the bottom near what you want to scan, and that's like the best spot to find, or the best spot to use when it comes to the term of using the Geiger counter 300E plus.
I think by default it saves the data every minute. Once a minute it writes a little log entry in there as far as date and time and what the counts per minute reading was for the sensor.
Oh yeah, it does. I forgot about that.
There, but it's nice to have it.
So really, it's like right.
When you move it, so if you had it sitting still and you went to look at it at night, pick it up, the light would come on and you could see the display. It
This might be the area where I put my raft.
certain yet what it's calibrated at, so that energy reading may or may not be 100% accurate if it was calibrated for a certain type or a certain element, a certain type of radiation. A different type of radiation coming into the tube might not give you a perfectly accurate energy reading, but counts per minute will always be accurate because that's basically counting how many ticks or how many events the tube hits per minute. On the side, it has the USB port that is used for charging the internal battery.
If I can get to the other parts of the island from this point right here, the inner island. Oh wow! Holy crap! That's not stuff you see every day. This little building. I have really damn good eyes.
Very nice for me because I have a USB hub that's tied into my solar battery system here, so I can charge this device off grid. Headphone jack, but it's not for headphones. It is a tick output. Every time this ticks when it picks up radiation, that ticks on that output. That's for interfacing to a computer if you write your own software. You could then monitor the audio connection, the microphone is put on your computer, this would be tied to, and it would give you a very easy way of writing your own software. The USB port also has a communications protocol. You can talk to the device with your own software. And I went to the GQ website to see what software was available. And I was very pleasantly surprised to find down here at the bottom of the list a document with the full communications protocol talking to their Geiger counters over the USB port. They make it very easy for you to write your own software. And they encourage that too. They call this an open platform device, meaning that they publish as much information as necessary for programmers to pick up the ball and run with it and write their own software. Has Windows software on this page, but scrolling down through the list, I found several other projects that were submitted by other authors. One of which particularly caught my eye was one called GQ Logger that's written in Python. It's multi-platform. It supports other Linux, Windows, and Mac. So that was the solution that I focused on.
Are you kidding me?
Quite a nice program. We'll look at it in a minute. So in order to really play around with this thing, I needed some radiation sources.
Oh my God!
Here, in the South Texas Gulf Coast, where I'm at, averages around 12 counts per minute. It's pretty steady. I've had it running for days. And it's pretty steady, around 12 counts per minute. They give you a nice little card with the unit that has a chart in the back recommended ranges on counts per minute, 0 to 50 or 5 to 50. Normal background, don't worry about it. 5 to 100. There's something going on. You might want to figure out what. Over 100. It goes right on. It gives you a guideline. So you can tell what you're looking at. If you're reading so many counts per minute ambient, should I be worried? They tell you with the chart. The range, according to the manual, this will go up to 65,535 counts per minute. That's an interesting number, isn't it? That's the upper limit on 8-bit binary. So anyway, very nice device. I needed a radioactive source. So what did I do? Well, I dug around in what I had first, and I found up in my cabinet this old antique green mixing bowl here that had kind of an iridescence to it. And I thought, well, that would be interesting because I know that in the early 20th century, uranium oxide was used as pigment in a lot of ceramics and glassware. They didn't understand back then, perhaps, the level of danger of that material. They investigated at the level, and so it was used quite broadly as pigment. This green.
Oh my God, guys! If I come back, I might play this game. But if I do, I'll probably definitely be I'll probably be trying to find a way to get through this area. So bye, guys.